Hi guys, welcome back. You join us on a Thursday after another long day's work, and we're driving up to Winchester.
Yeah, so this weekend, well I say this weekend, so it's Thursday today, tomorrow we collect our caravan from Oxford Caravans, which we're obviously really excited about. So apologies for all the junk in the background, but that is everything that I think we need for our caravan collection. So let's just negotiate around these people. Ahead of collecting our caravan this weekend, which we're really excited about. So we kind of devised a bit of a plan with Mum and Dad. So I didn't know if we was going to have a car in time for the collection, caravan collection today, but obviously we've managed to sort that out. And I said to Dad, I'm not mega nervous, but I'm just a bit apprehensive about towing a caravan because I've never done it before. So we've kind of devised a bit of a plan that Mum and Dad earlier on today drove their caravan to Winchester, and we're joining them tonight to stay with them. Not sure if Mum's going to come with us tomorrow to actually collect the caravan. I expect she probably will, because she likes to have a good nose and poke around other caravans, so no doubt they're use it as an excuse to go and view some caravans.
She also likes to look at the tat in the shop, doesn't she?
Yeah, she loves to look at all the tat in the shop. She spends hours in there, so if anything it'd be quite good if she doesn't come, because we won't get stuck there for hours on end. But at the same time, if she does come, then she can go for a wander while we do our handover, which would be quite good. So yeah, collections at 10:30 tomorrow, so it's nice and early, and then we're going to go back and join Mum and Dad for a night at Morn Hill in Winchester, that campsite caravan, and I don't know if it's Caravan and Motorhome Club or Motorhome and Caravan Club, whichever way around it is. We're now members. We joined last week.
We got our insurance through them as well.
Yeah, we've done our insurance through them as well. So, big fans of the Motorhome and Caravan Club. I've gone right off topic. We're only staying there for one night because I said to Mum and Dad that I really want to get some experience in hitching, towing, unhitching, setting up, staying for a night. So after that one night at Winchester, we're packing up on Saturday morning and going to Littlehampton. There's another site there which is sort of halfway between Winchester and home. Staying, I can't remember the name of the site, but staying there for one night, and then we return home on Sunday. And that is the entirety of my annual leave. I don't know about you, but I can't remember how much annual leave you've got left. But
another 2.5 days.
Oh, you've got, oh, lucky you. But yeah, that should sort of be the end of holidays for this year, because obviously what with Christmas coming, we're going to be quite busy with seeing friends and family and whatnot, so we won't actually have the time to go away in the caravan. And hopefully over Christmas actually we'll probably sit down and maybe plan out our trips for next year, so that should be exciting.
I think that's our New Year's Eve in activity, isn't it?
Yeah, New Year. Yeah, God, maybe that should become a thing. Well, we'll see. So plan our trips for next year, which would be quite nice. And basically just see how we get on with it. So, not really sure how much of this weekend we're going to video, because I'm going to be quite preoccupied with obviously towing the caravan and setting everything up. But I hope that we do have an opportunity to do little snippets of us in the caravan. If not, no doubt we'll probably take photos and intersperse them.
You join us on Sunday. We'd anticipated vlogging more than we had over the last couple of days, but with the purchasing experience, it all got away from us a little bit. So just sort of going on to the collection day. So on Friday, obviously when you last saw us, it was Thursday night and we were travelling up after work. So on Friday morning, me, Dad and Bill set off from Winchester up to Oxford Caravans. Mum stayed behind. I think she had some knitting to do. Drove up to Oxford Caravans to collect, didn't we? Made it there in plenty of time. And our salesman Lewis did a really good handover. He offered out some really good, useful tips, which was handy. Just things about the Truma water heater and things, little bugs and all sorts. Yeah, just sort of offered out tips and advice. I had already bought the number plate, and I thought it was quite nice that he took that off of me and said that he would fit that. Showed us how the motor mover worked. Basically just showed us how the whole caravan... Yeah, we had a good play with the motor mover, didn't
we?
we?
We had a good play with the motor mover, really liked that. Helped us hitch up for the first time, but I mean Dad was there, so he knows how to do most of it anyway. It was really, really good. Obviously we had we've had a couple of snagging issues, but he was really honest, wasn't he? So we were meant to have had an external PowerPoint fitted, and he just put his hands up and said, "I'm really sorry, I forgot." And I don't think you can really sort of argue with someone that is just honest. If someone says, "Yeah, do you know what? That's my mistake, my fault. It didn't get done," well, it's not really detracted from our experience, and actually it's something that we can always have fitted at a later date. So,
well, yeah, obviously as long as you don't get charged, which we didn't.
no, exactly, which was good. And that we've got two other issues that we've encountered since picking it up, and that is where the table's stored. The dining table is stored right behind the bathroom door. I noticed that there was like a big dent in it. So I just assumed maybe the door had been opened, because I think this Caravan was like on display like a demonstrator. Had a mark on it, or like dent in it, and I assumed it was from where the bathroom door had opened onto it. Maybe someone just hit it a bit hard and damaged the table, but it doesn't actually line up with the door handle when the table's in place. So yeah, we need a replacement table. And what was the other thing? Oh, the actual bathroom door. If you're inside the bathroom, you can't lever the handle down enough to release the catch all of the time. It's a bit intermittent, isn't it? But tiny, minor little issues. So yeah, we'll work that out. But other than that, on the whole, love the Caravan. I don't know what your first impressions are of it.
Yeah, I think I like the natural light. Obviously, the big window at the front, but there's plenty of windows throughout as well.
Yeah,
and
it is quite light.
compared to other caravans where it's sort of blocked off halfway through, it feels more spacious even though it's smaller.
Oh, you mean the layout? So
Yeah.
yes, the mum and dad have got an end bedroom, mid bathroom. So they've kind of got like a bulkhead in the middle, which obviously makes the Caravan feel, or for us, we feel that makes the Caravan a bit more claustrophobic and smaller, whereas we quite like the big open living space. And actually, just touching on that big picture window, obviously some caravans have 3 windows going across the front, some have like a skylight above, some have just one big wide window. What we really like is that you've got one big tall portrait window, so when you're standing up you can see out, because on some of them where you've got like the I don't know what you would call it, like the bar that goes across, you know, like the curtains are fitted to, when you're standing up that's like right in your eye line, so you can't really see out, whereas we quite like that we can see out of this. And it's also got quite a steep raked front, so you can stand quite close to the front of the Caravan, can't you? Which, I don't know, it just feels really spacious. We absolutely love it. So whether that maintains, I'm sure that when we go away in this for like 2 weeks or something, I'm sure there'll be other things that annoy us. But at the current stage, I'm really happy with it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is good. So in terms of towing, obviously that was the first time that I've towed a Caravan. It went really well. Dad offered some really good advice. Most of it's just obvious, like just take your time. It's going to take you longer to pull out of junctions. Obviously it might take you a bit longer to stop. You've got a ton and a bit behind you, which is obviously pushing on the back of the car, even though it's got its own brakes. Just sort of be mindful that it might take you a bit longer to slow down. Just sort of increase the gap between you and the car in front. Just sort of general advice, but I think it's all really good advice. And I did read a phrase online somewhere, I don't know where, and it was like, you should drive to arrive. So don't hurry, just sort of take your time. I think that's probably where a lot of mistakes happen, where people drive stupidly, speed, etc., and cause all manner of accidents. So no, towing was absolutely fine. Obviously when you're on the motorway, it's really wide anyway. Just sort of make sure that you leave or there's enough of a gap if you're going to change lanes, that obviously you've got a Caravan on the back and to not sort of swipe out a car.
I think it's looking ahead, isn't it? 'Cause on the motorway, quite often they verge off into 2 separate motorways, and it's knowing if you've got to get over to the right in a car, you can do that quite swiftly. Whereas
just anticipate a bit more. So just sort of be mindful, keep your concentration levels up, awareness of things going on around you, and you'll be absolutely fine.
I think something you struggle with is you care too much for what other drivers think rather than just driving sensibly.
100%. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm driving really slowly, I'm going to be holding people up. Particularly on motorways, it's fine. Dual carriageways, it's fine because they can overtake. But if you're on an A road, just feel the pressure a bit more. But it's just sort of remembering, well, actually try not let that pressure build up too much. because you're better off getting there at a steady pace than you are hurrying and maybe having an accident and causing everyone massive delays, as well as any injuries that might occur. So when we picked the caravan up from Oxford, we stayed at Morn Hill in Winchester. So that was a nice sort of 65 mile drive, which went absolutely fine. And then we stayed there for one night, and now we've come to a Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Littlehampton. So we're sort of working our way back home. Again, I don't know what the drive was yesterday, a good 50-ish miles, would you say? 60 miles, I don't know. Just to sort of break up the journey. And obviously Dad was towing his caravan, so it was the first time of towing it on my own. I say my own, obviously you were with me, but you've had no experience, have you? I mean, I'm a confident driver anyway, so I wasn't particularly phased, but it's just more the tight turns. Motorway is absolutely fine, A road's absolutely fine. I'm probably more apprehensive about going home today, because when you turn into our road, there's a sharp 90-degree turn, so it's just being mindful that not to clip the wheel, not to swipe someone else's car, because cars tend to park down our road, and we live on a dead end, so I hope no one comes the other way, because I don't know how I'd feel about backing the whole thing up, but I'm sure it's going to happen at some stage, so it may as well happen on day one, hadn't it? Throw yourself in the deep end. And obviously we've never put the caravan on the drive, so that's going to be an experience in itself, just making sure that we can get it on.
So we had a few newbie issues, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah, it was the first time we'd hitched up on our own. Dad had always been there. I say Dad had always been there with us. He was there the first time we hitched up, and then we were on our own for the second time. But I think we'll save that for another video. I'm sure the more experienced caravanners amongst us will probably be a step ahead as I explain what issues we face. But that's another one for another day. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.